Okay, another probability distribution set of questions, focusing on the idea when you know something is true and you're trying to find the probability within that subgroup. And it all hinges on one small statement. Given that. So we're going to read these two problems and we're going to focus on that little statement. The table below shows the soft drink preference of people in 3 age groups. If one of the 255 subjects is randomly selected, find the probability that the person is over 40 years of age, given that they drink root beer. So here's the rub, okay? You're out of the 255, you want to know what are the chances that you select someone over 40 years of age, given that they drink root beer. So you know this happens. You know they love the suds. Okay, they drink root beer. So you know they prefer root beer right here. They are not cola drinkers or lemon lime drinkers. They are root beer drinkers. So these numbers in the cola and lemon lime column are not even relevant. The only numbers you know that they're in, you're only selecting from this subgroup. So what's the probability the person is 40 years over age? 40 years of age or over? Well, it's going to be 30, right? 30 divided by this new total of root beer drinkers. Okay, so 25 plus 20 plus 30 is 75. So 30 over 75, or the decimal equivalent of 30 divided by 75. Okay. So 30 divided by 75, 0.4, 0.4. Or 40%. Okay, so the given that statement, what that does, it gives you a new subgroup that you're focusing on and you don't have to consider everything else. So let's look at that problem a different direction. Same table, same values. If one of the 255 subjects is randomly selected, find the probability that the person drinks root beer, given that they're over 40 years of age. So what that does, that tells you we're focusing on the old heads. Pardon my term. It's not even that old, over 40. I'm seriously right there. So we're only focused on us old heads. And we don't care about those young bucks or the ones that are approaching. You don't even care. Only focusing on those over 40 years of age. That's it. So what does that tell? That tells you the new total is now the 20 plus 30 plus 35. And we want to know who likes root beer. So still focusing on that 30 number, right? But only out of the 40 plus total. So 30 divided by 50 plus 35 is 85. So 30 divided by 85, or the decimal equivalent of 0.35, about 0.35. I rounded a little bit. 353, blah, blah, blah. So notice that they're different, okay? So they're different, given that they're root beer drinkers or given that they're over 40, those values differ. And that's an important tool, an important distinction, the given that statement. Yes, bud.
Can you help me find a spaceship?
A spaceship? Spaceship.